Hello, everyone. Welcome to your spiritual liaison 123, where the truth will be told. Get your affirmations and manifestations on through meditation. Love yourself first. Love yourself first. Please live your absolute best life and make sure that you get an amazing life on every single day. So I didn't upload yesterday. I uploaded the one card readings, but for my ladies, you know what I was like that. I was going through my female issues. So so I kind of needed to, right. So I am feeling a lot much better today. And so we're going to go into a one card. We're going to not a one card reading. We're going to get into a reading and see how what comes out. What's the energy for today? But I do want to clear any energy. Ask for our angels, our archangels, for divine protection during these readings to protect you as protect you as the viewer, and to protect me as the reader, right? And to clear our minds, our thoughts, and send healing your way, okay? So, I invoke Archangel Michael for protection for my reader, for protection for my viewers, protection for myself as a reader, protection of our energy, protection of our mind, our body, and our spirit. I invoke Archangel Raphael for healing of the heart, the mind, the body, and spirit, from trauma, from hurt, from pain, past misdeeds of others, of ourselves, past mistakes. I invoke Archangel Ariel to beautify up our minds, our thoughts, our lives in every way, to remove anything from our lives that is not built for our growth, our happiness, our joy, our health, to get us through hard times. May we see the beauty in people that we want them to see in us. All right. And I will timestamp this, so if you want to go past this part, you're more than welcome to. Okay. I will be using two decks. I'll be using, let me see. I'm going to show you all the decks. I'll be using the Occult deck, the Occult Tarot deck by Travis McHenry. And I'll be clarifying with a number of other decks. I just haven't decided yet. I also will be using Oracle decks as well. I'm going to sit these cards here because I feel like I'm going to need those. And again, I'll timestamp this. that you don't want to see. Spirit, what would you like for Pisces to know? Pisces, these are general readings. These are not personal readings. Please take what belongs to you and leave the rest. Cross watchers and cuspers, you are welcome here. Maybe Spirit is like, no, they're not. So, you know, people be spying on Pisces. You know, Pisces spy back. You're like, wait a minute. Pisces, get out my business. I just need to be in your business. You can't be in mine, though. All right. So the first card out is the Hermit card. So Pisces, you may be taking a lot of time to yourself, like just really sort of secluding yourself, thinking about what you want to do, maybe even on some sort of spiritual journey. You have the Six of Cups here. So you are looking to, you just want to be happy in a situation. And I'm going to read with these energies. Some people call them demons, some people call them angels, some people call them prana. Some people, prana and energy are interchangeable words. They mean the same thing. Judgment card here. So when I with the Hermit card, the energy that is connected to this card is Focus. It says teaches philosophy, astrology, rhetoric, logic, palm reading, divination, and fire. So you could be looking at some energy right now where you're trying to get insight. You may be meditating a lot. Some of you all are studying palm reading, astrology, but you're trying to look at things in a philosophical way, as well as a logical way. And you're doing this on a spiritual level so it can kind of help you get through something in your life at this time. I get that you have gone through something that was really traumatic to the point it made you feel like you had to be in hermit mode, to the point where you just kind of had, I feel like some of you all are in that recuperation stage where you're trying to recuperate from something. You're trying to heal from a situation, but you're doing it using techniques that will connect you to the divine, you know, that clarity, like you're trying to use your third eye. You're trying to, you know, understand things on a deeper level. With the Six of Cups here, I feel like with the Six of Cups, so the energy, the prana, which is, like I said, interchangeable, is for Nuis, teaches rhetoric and languages, gives one a good reputation, makes one beloved by friends and foes. And so I get that you do have, whereas you may feel like you have no one or people who do not understand what you're going through, I get that you're in some sort of energy right now where you're sort of secluding yourself from everyone so you can think through something that you've gone through. To me, this feels almost like you are in a protective state. You know how, like, when a baby is in its mother's womb, it's in that protective energy right there. You know, it's like, you know, it doesn't grow outside the womb, it grows inside the womb, and it has all the, you know, everything that it needs to sort of keep it go, you know, so it can go full term. So that is kind of like I kind of feel like you're in that incubation sort of state right now where you are growing and learning and going through things and trying to make sense of what you have overcome. With the Six of Cups here, it does look like that emotional happiness that you seek, you will be finding that. But it's coming through you being in this hermit mode. You could have been in hermit mode. Hermit mode just to me always feels like something that a person has been going through for years. To me it never feels like something that's overnight or something that has only been just for a few months. It literally to me feels like years of journeys, years of learning, years of getting insight into things to understand things on a deeper level. And this is where I see you, where you are. Some of this has brought you happiness to be in this energy, and some of it has not, because I get in this clarity, in this divination, you have found, you're seeing the truth about narcissists you've allowed in your life. You've seen the truth about who your real friends are, your real supporters are. You've seen the truth. I get a lot of clarity has come in through this being in this reclusive state. So you're seeing the truth, and sometimes the truth has not been so easy for you to deal with, Pisces. Sometimes it has been a brutal truth. Sometimes it has been an amazing truth. And it's like you're trying to sort through all of that at this time. This is what I see. You have this judgment card here, and the energy with that is Belial. It says, distributes promotions in high offices, causes one to be liked. And so you may not feel like you're on the right path, or maybe you feel like this has been so long you kind of questioned yourself along this path. But I get that you are changing in ways that's noticeable, even if you think people do not notice. You have even, as this card says, you have even, it says, makes one beloved by friends and foe. So you have even, your transformation, Pisces, has even turned some of the very people who were going against you. It has even turned some of them, sort of changed their mind, and kind of, they're seeing you in a new light. So you are being given something. This says distributes promotions in high offices. So that could mean a number of things. It could mean you are physically being promoted in some way, or put in some sort of place of power, or that you just have a lot more control over your emotions and what you allow in your energy or not. And that is putting you on a energy wise higher level, higher vibration. And that is causing you to be liked by more people than you realize. But I don't get that I'm not trying to be funny, and this is cross watchers, do not get offended. But Pisces, I don't get that you really care about being liked at this time. You just want to be happy with you. Like, I get that this could have been the very thing that sent you into hermit mode. Like, maybe you were going through a period in your life where you were so concerned about being liked by people that you were even concerned about being liked by your foes. And I get that once you went into that hermit mode and released that energy, that desire, that actually attracted people to you, or changed their energy once they realized that you were not seeking their approval anymore. That you are just in this moment where you're healing and going through transformations within yourself. You're no longer seeking people's approval, or, because Pisces, you know how people can be. They'll judge you if you're light, dark, short, tall, fat, skinny, man, woman. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You could be rich, poor, whatever. People will judge you just through projecting their own insecurities your way. And I get that this is what you've had to deal with. Narcissistic abuse. You could be in hermit mode trying to recover and heal from that. Maybe childhood trauma, maybe bad relationships, whatever it is. But it looks like you are no longer in some energy where you're seeking people approval. You're only seeking what makes you happy. Those who truly have your best interest at heart are happy to see you go through this transformation and live in your truth, be confident in who you are, and unapologetic about not caring about whether somebody like you or not. You know, long as you're treating people the way you want to be treated, right? So, let's see. Malak, the devil energy is here. It says, makes one worse off than ever before, tricks mortals into being bound, accepts child sacrifice. Yeah, so I get that there was some sort of unhealthy connection. Like I just said before this card even came out, like I said, I feel like you are recovering from narcissistic abuse. You're recovering from failed relationships or a traumatic failed relationship. You're recovering from childhood trauma, or something that may have happened in your teenage years or something. But I get that there was some sort of unhealthy connection to something in your life that kept replaying over and over again. And this, to me, it looks like this is why you went into this hermit mode. You just got tired of being tired. That's what it looks like. And you decided that enough was enough and you broke away from something. This could be why you went into seclusion, so you could see things from a different perspective. Um, so you can even see your own situation from the outside looking in. Almost like an out of body experience or something. Nine of Pentacles here. This is bringing you a lot of happiness, Pisces. This Nine of Pentacles, Amdescus, I'm sorry, Amdescius, causes any manner of music to be played, causes trees to bend at will, brings excellent familiars. So I feel like you're in some sort of energy now. You found happiness and standing in your own right. You know how I always say, love yourself first? That's not a selfish thing. The only people who do not want you ever putting yourself first are the people who've benefited greatly from you putting yourself last all the time. Mothers are known to do this. Mothers are known to do this. Maternal figures are known to do this. They get in that habit of putting their children first, putting their husband, baby daddy, boyfriend, whoever first. And before they know it, everything that they want, it has fallen by the wayside because everyone else is first. I get that you are starting to learn that it's okay to put yourself first sometimes. Yes, your children may still need things. If you don't have children, yes, your husband or your wife or your significant other, whatever, may need something. But you're learning to be more selective about putting people first all the time. You're learning to finally put yourself first. This is where this happiness and joy is coming in, Pisces. I really like that. I really like that. I love that, actually, because that's a beautiful thing to have that awakening. This is what I feel like you've had some sort of awakening, but you did it in solitude, though. You've learned to break free from so you, for some of you all, you even, some of this going through narcissistic abuse triggered you into some sort of addiction. If you were facing childhood trauma, you went from childhood trauma, you could have had narcissistic parents or narcissistic siblings. If you went through childhood trauma right into a world where narcissists thrive this day and time, they're in all the top positions and able to wreak havoc. It puts me in that energy of Wolf of Wall Street. You know that movie? It kind of puts me, seriously, like, it kind of puts me in that kind of energy. You're dealing with some people who just, like, they don't care about anybody. So I kind of feel like this is what you broke away from. But in the process of you going through those, not knowing how to really deal with pain, not knowing how to completely understand why you were singled out or why you went through some of the things you went through, this could have caused you to pick up some sort of unhealthy, with this devil card, some sort of unhealthy dependence. This could have been alcohol. This could have been drugs. This could have been unhealthy connection with money, maybe shopping addictions. This could have been anything that was done in a codependent sort of way, an unhealthy codependent connection or something. This is what I see, but it was brought on to me. It's sort of it looks like to me it was brought on like a coping mechanism, but the root cause was some sort of trauma that you face. And this to me looks like this is what got you, and this is what put you or made you desire going into this hermit energy, that reclusive state. In the process of you being in this reclusive state, some of you all may have gone to rehab, or you may be in that energy where you're working with a support group to kind of help you break free from unhealthy connections, or some sort of unhealthy dependency or something. And it does look like this is one of the things that you're working on fixing. This is also bringing you a lot of happiness in a lot of different ways. It's changing your energy. You're learning not to depend on some like people or for your happiness, or you're not depending on their accolades just for you to feel good about you. I see you're taking charge of yourself. You're taking charge of your life and learning to put yourself first. This is bringing you a lot. It's changing the energy. I just keep feeling like you had a major awakening, but you did it sort of in that reclusive state, not dealing with a lot of people, just so you can see things from a different perspective. Like I said, almost like an out-of-body experience. Knight of Cups. Yeah, so a lot of love. So I see love coming your way, Pisces. Now, with this Knight of Cups, Belieth, I'm sorry. It says, causes all the love that may be, both of men and women. So I see that something, the reason something triggered you to start really loving yourself the right way. This could have been, you are, like I said, you may be recuperating from narcissistic abuse. You're learning, this is almost like a child learning to walk again. If you learn to walk physically at one time in your life, but if you felt like your legs were taken from up under you, that foundation was snatched from up under you, which is things that narcissists do. If that foundation was snatched up under you, it left you feeling kind of like on shaky ground where you couldn't quite get your footing in life. And if you went from childhood trauma from narcissistic parents to being narcissistically abused by a significant other or the community, OMG. So this is why I see this hermit mode with you being in some energy for a very long time. Because of course that would take sometimes a decade, sometimes more, to heal from, to break. First of all, even acknowledge that there's a problem. That's the first thing, to acknowledge that there was a problem. Then to try to figure out what you need to do to get away from this problem, or to get rid of this problem, to fix this problem. But some problems are not they're not rooted in you, Pisces. Like I said, you could have dealt with people projecting things on you. And so some problems were not rooted in you, but I feel like some problems, they sort of manifested from the abuse, manifested from unhealthy connections. They manifested from trauma. This is what I see you working through. The fact that you are working on so many different things in your life to change this energy, unapologetically too. To me, I kind of feel like when you have to go into that hermit energy, it's more like, I'm just tired of being tired. And at this point, I don't care about how nobody else feels. I need to worry about how I feel. This is just what I see. You broke away from some sort of unhealthy way of thinking or connection. with this Knight of Cups, you're attracting energy that I don't think that you understand. You may not even be focused on love right now. But the fact that you're loving yourself the right way, you're treating yourself the right way inside and out. I just did a one card reading. Um, and I think it was for my members though, where it spoke on you creating calm on the outside of your life so you can have peace, inner peace. And this is what I see. You may have had to remove yourself from familiar places, familiar people, even actions or behaviors that were familiar to you. It's like you've had to remove yourself from that and learn to walk again. This is what I see. That kind of energy is bringing in some sort of new love, new friendship, some sort of very good connection. You have the Temperance here. Crocel is the Prana with us card. Teaches geometry and liberal sciences. Make great noises and warms water. So you have learned so much in this process. I get that you have learned more than what you ever thought you would know. You've learned so much about yourself. You've learned so much about people. You've learned so much about unhealthy barriers. Like, maybe you weren't setting up those healthy barriers. Maybe you were never taught how to set up healthy barriers in your life. So this left the door open for anyone to come in. And of course, if you're an empath, narcissists are immediately attracted to you in the family or outside of the family. So I get that maybe you weren't even taught to set up healthy boundaries in your life. Maybe you weren't taught as a child that to say, I don't like the way this makes me feel. This is not okay. Maybe you weren't taught to do that. Maybe you were, that. So to me, it looks like you created some sort of coping mechanism. Again, this could have been with drugs. This could have been, with money. This could have been with alcohol. This, whatever it is, this could have just been unhealthy connections with people that you perceived as being normal because this is what you were used to. So you could have felt like, okay, I broke away from an unhealthy family home only to go into an unhealthy connection with my significant other or with people in society or something. Darkness seeks light. Like wherever a light is, darkness will be attracted to that. And Pisces, I get that some of you all are like that light in a room full of darkness. It's like that. You could have been surrounded with narcissists throughout your life, not only in your family, but like I said, you weren't taught. I don't feel like some of you all were taught to set up healthy boundaries. So that door was always left open for the most vile people to come in and make themselves comfortable in your life. And instead of you stopping them at the door, your perception of what a friend is, what a real love is, what a healthy connection should be was warped. It was underdeveloped. This is what I see. This is what caused this devil energy to sort of, you broke away from one unhealthy thing only to go into another one. Only to go and then broke away from that, only a repeated cycle. This is to me what sent you into this hermit mode. You've learned so much, Pisces. You've learned things that they cannot be taught in a book. You've learned your value. You've learned your worth, the importance of protecting your energy from people, places, things. You've changed on a cellular level. You're not who you used to be 10 years ago. You're not who you used to be 20 years ago. You're not who you used to be 30 years ago. You're not who you were in a past life. And I get that now you're in some energy where you're just unapologetic about this change. You're like, either you love me or you don't, but either way, it doesn't matter because I love me. That's what I see. That's putting you in this Nine of Pentacles and this Six of Cups energy. It says Four of Swords here. So you will be taking a break. And the prana that's connected to this is Samaeus. It says teaches grammar, logic, and rhetoric can make one appear like a soldier. So you are being a lot braver about what I see you now. So in the past, I do see that you did not have healthy boundaries. And Pisces, even though you've come to the realization of this, it's like, please do not beat yourself up about it. Look at it as a learning experience. I do see with this Four of Swords here, you are in some sort of energy where you're learning to set those boundaries. And that's where I see that unapologetic energy of coming in. And I love it, Pisces. I love it because you're unapologetic about setting. You're not worried about making people feel uncomfortable with your boundaries in life anymore. Oh, you don't like the fact that I won't let you pop up at my house whenever you feel like it, that you have to call before you come? That's your problem. You deal with it. It's not mine. Oh, you don't like the fact that I will not allow you to speak to me in a certain way? Oh, that's your problem. Now, I see you setting up these healthy boundaries. Anything that is causing you stress, unnecessary stress, and it's not a part of your growth, that having that peace. Now, that doesn't mean that you do not, I don't see it's not like you're not willing to have healthy debates or, debates that actually teach both people in a healthy way. It's just you're learning the difference between somebody being difficult for the sake of being difficult and trying to cause more trauma in your life or open up past wounds, and somebody who is actually trying to give you constructive criticism for the sake of growth, or because they're challenging you because they want to learn, they want to see things from your point of view. They have an open mind and you have an open mind. There is a big difference between the two. And I get that you're setting up these healthy boundaries now. You're learning, this is like I said, you are learning to walk again. And I see you standing tall. I see you unapologetically saying, it's just things I'm not willing to even tolerate anymore, because that's what sent you in this hermit mode in the first place, being in this devil energy, unhealthy connections to something. But I get that it was rooted in either childhood trauma, narcissistic abuse, could have been both. But I see that this was a repetitive cycle, though, that only you could break yourself free from. Eight of Swords is here, says folklore kills by drowning and can sink ships, controls the seas and the winds, will spare any life by request. So with this Knight of Cups and this Eight of Swords here, you have this Judgment card here as well. Pisces, I get that you are willing to fight to protect your energy. You are willing to fight to protect yourself, your energy. This energy in the past, it did a number on you. I can clearly see that. Anytime you feel like you got to go into hermit mode, you have to cut everyone off. There was some real trauma that happened. I could see that. There was something trauma that you were really trying to heal from on a spiritual level. This just wasn't a physical thing. This was something that was it was attacking your spirit. It was an energy attacking your spirit. It was, through outside forces, meaning through people who were connected to you in your life, family, so-called friends, a significant other, whoever. But I see now you're in some energy, Pisces. You're not tolerating that. Those healthy boundaries have been set up. You've learned, you may not know how to put up healthy boundaries in every aspect of your life. And that could be why you're still sort of in that reclusive energy a lot, because you're still learning. You've learned how to set up healthy boundaries in some ways, but it's like you're still learning to set them up in other ways. But in the meantime, you're not tolerating anything. I don't see you tolerating anything from foolish people. Not at all. Let's see why this Hermit card is here, Pisces. I'm going to tell you something. I love this energy. In spite of what you have had to go through, you seem to be believing in yourself and standing very strong, confident. Your confidence has built. It's building. Why is this Hermit card here? Why is this Hermit card here? Yeah. So, hold on. Move our feathers all together over here. So the Hermit card it's clarified with this 8 of Wands. The Hermit card is, I'm sorry, with the 9 of and the 10 of Wands. This is what I've been seeing. This is exactly what I was talking about. You were taking on so many burdens and you were fighting battles over and over again. I don't even get that you were getting a moment to breathe, Pisces. Really, I don't even get that you were getting a moment to really breathe. You were accomplishing things, but it was just like, it was so, I get that if you accomplished one thing, it took so much energy out of you. But this was done deliberately. All of these burdens were being placed on you. This is why I keep saying narcissistic abuse. You're recovering from something, or some sort of childhood trauma, some sort of burdens that were placed on you energetically. This is what I see you recovering from. This is what sent you in hermit mode, into that reclusive state. You got tired of being in this wounded warrior energy, feeling bitter inside, feeling angry, not knowing why you had to keep going through these things over and over again, not clearly understanding. And then I get that it got to the point where you started to connect the two, like, oh, I'm repeating this in my adult life because this is what I was taught as a kid. Not to have healthy boundaries put up in place, or that I should come first sometimes, yeah. This caused you to take on more than you should have ever had to take on. Which is really, to me, it's heartbreaking. You see it every day with people when you hear their stories. Check my comment sections. You all see that, how many Pisces have gone through this kind of thing. That is terrible too. I mean, shoot, throw the whole daggone society away. Good Lord. Okay, why is this 6 of Cups here? So in the past, I get you have the 2 of Swords, but it's in reverse. So you see something very clearly now. You're no longer in that energy. And then you have the Queen of Wands here. So you're definitely standing on your throne. That confidence is there. You're putting your foot down. You feel good about yourself. And I get that you're showcasing who you are and you're unapologetic about it. That's what I see. And this has made you happy. Remember I said in the beginning, you're no longer worried about who like you and who don't. If they accept you, if they don't, I don't even see you're worried about that. And that is even turning your foes' energy around in a positive way towards you. They can't even deny that this new change, this clarity you have about yourself and your healthy boundaries, it looks great on you. They can't even deny it. Why is this Judgment card here? Oh my gosh, I love this reading. This just looks like an awakening. In spite of what you've gone through, you are still standing, and you're standing strong, Pisces, and that's amazing. That is simply amazing. Go ahead. You have the King of Swords here, and you have the Lover's card. I keep seeing some sort of new love come in. Your honesty with yourself and your situation, what you allowed in your life, what you have allowed to fester, how it manifested into other areas of your life, maybe in a very negative way. I get that you have been so honest with yourself Like I said, some things you had to be brutally honest with and you didn't like it. Some sort of truth you didn't always like seeing. Some sort of, honesty you didn't like seeing, but that it opened the door for you to deal with it. And you were able to, remember I said maybe you didn't have them healthy boundaries set up, so anybody was just coming in your life doing whatever they want, you know? And instead of you kicking them out immediately, I get that you kept trying to work with people who had no real intention on working with you or having your best interest at heart ever. But this, you had to be honest with yourself. And I get that now you are a lot more stern. You're thinking logically. You're putting things in place that are like that's structuring your life in some way. You also, for some of you all, you're meeting somebody who is military based. You could be meeting this. We have this lovers card here. If they're not military based, they're just really structured in their life. They're very structured in their life. This is somebody who they see the beauty in you. I don't get Pisces whether you care if people see the beauty in you or not. You see it in yourself. And that something about that is it's attracting the kind of energy that you've sort of always wanted. It's like the fact that you're not, it's almost like now that you are just like, I don't even care if people like me or not. Now people like you. Isn't that weird how that works? But this is what I see. This is exactly what I see. That confidence is attracting somebody who's confident themselves. Why is this devil card here? Why is this devil card here? You have the moon. Yeah, because something was being hidden. There was also, there was a lot of when I speak of spells, people doing spell work, right? Spell works is someone constantly speaking negatively or speaking positively. You can literally, it's so much power in words. And so this is what I see. You kept dealing with people who always had a negative undertone with their energy. It was always some sort of ulterior motive, always something hidden. In your face, they would speak like they were on your team, but behind the scenes, it was to keep you unhealthy and connected to them in a very unhealthy way. I told you the only people that have a problem with you setting up barriers, clear boundaries, is the people who have benefited from you not setting up clear boundaries. And I get that a lot of this energy that was hidden that people didn't want you to see. So maybe you stayed intoxicated or on some sort of maybe you were using some sort of narcotic, or maybe you had an unhealthy connection with money. It may have not even been drugs or alcohol. It could have been maybe you were financially stable and these people were just around, always telling you about why they needed your finances or something. Telling you to your face, oh, thank you so much. You're such a kind person, and thank you so much for helping me. And I don't know what I would do without you. But behind your back to others, they could have been telling people, yeah, that fool. Yeah, I just told them that because I just wanted their money. I'm keeping my money and I'm going to spend their money. That's the kind of negative stuff I see with this. Really unhealthy connections in Pisces. It has gotten to the point, yeah, what I tell you. That devil energy, Ten of Swords, and this moon card, yep. Constant betrayals of which this is what sent you in this hermit mode. Constant betrayals, constant lies. I saw it before I even pulled the card. I saw it. This is what sent you, and this is what you had to break free from. I get some of you all need to stop looking at yourself as victims. Some of you all have already stopped looking at yourselves as victims. But I guess some of you all need to stop looking at yourselves as victims and look at yourself as a survivor, because you're in that recuperation state right now with this hermit and this hermit energy. Why is this Nine of Pentacles here? You have the Chariot card in reverse, and you have the Knight of Swords upright. So Pisces, I'm going to tell you something. I see that you're putting a stop, a complete halt And you're saying it, I don't see you sugarcoating things. With people who do not respect your boundaries, I see you putting your, like, remember that door that I said that was, you weren't taught to close that door and lock it and only open it when you wanted. Oh, well, I didn't say that part, but I was saying that the door was open and anybody could come in. But I get that you have learned to close that door and only open it for who you want to open it for. I don't see, with this Chariot card in reverse, I don't see you allowing people to just come in your life quickly anymore. And if they find a way to get past that, your barriers, your boundaries, you're very clear, quick with it too, quick with it, with telling them, no, this is not okay. Nope, stop right there. Yep, I see you putting up those boundaries. You're making it clear unapologetically too. I see your confidence rising to a level where it should have always been something you should have learned in your childhood. Something you should have learned in your childhood, but something, your family, maybe you're the black sheep in the family, so you were the person where the rest of the family benefited from being able to put all the blame on you, even when it wasn't your fault, even when, there should have been healthy connections in resolving issues. Things were always, you were just the one, that the scapegoat. They could put all the blame on you. Yeah, so I just kind of see now you're not even tolerating that. People who don't take accountability for their actions. Why is the Knight of Cups here? This is attracting a lot of good energy. You have the Page of Pentacles here. Somebody do want to have a new start with you, Pisces. Somebody want to have a really good start with you. To me, it looks like with this Five of Swords here, this is somebody who, they also speak their mind. They're kind of headstrong. They may know someone who you had some sort of falling out with. They may be familiar with someone who you had some sort of falling out with. I feel like someone who someone who you're meeting, a new person that you're meeting, may be familiar with someone. They may be familiar with someone who you had some sort of disagreement with, somebody who you had to walk away from in the past. I also see someone from your past, one of these narcissists or somebody who you healed from, that sent you through these betrayals and, speaking, doing a lot of like trying to do spell work, speaking a lot of negativity over you, speaking negatively about you, lying to you, all of that stuff, lying on you. I see this person trying to return and make some sort of offer. But I do see you meeting. There's a new energy here that's very structured and confident. They like your confidence too, Pisces. So I do see somebody returning, and I do see a new energy here. Why is this Temperance card here? You have the Seven of Swords and the Hierophant. So there was a lot of dishonesty going on around you. I get that this was happening for a very long time. This could have been, with this, you have 10, 10, 9. This could have been 29 years. 20 years, 9 years. There was a lot of this. And when I say 29 years, that could be where I see childhood. This, maybe you're 29 years old and this was happening since your childhood or something. And that's just for a small portion of you. But what I see is there was a lot of dishonesty there. There's also some sort of dishonesty about something religious. You could feel like something you were taught something you were taught religiously and your childhood wasn't the truth, and it was something to always make you feel controlled. It's you know how that biblical saying, honor thy mother and thy father, and thou days shall be longer. It's like the equivalent of your parents saying that while they're abusing you. In other words, do not speak up about the abuse. Don't stand up for yourself. You need to honor us as your parents, um, and just take this abuse, and don't set up healthy boundaries, things like that. Something, because this is what God wants for you, or something like that. So it's like, this is what I see. There was somebody used some sort of religious tactic to control you. But it was, and I'm not saying that this is something that your parents did. I use that as an example now. It could be, but I just use that as an example. But it's just like something that you were taught kept you in it was used as a control mechanism. And even though that is one of the scriptures in the Bible, it's like it was used in a very unhealthy way. It was used as a control mechanism. So you wouldn't stand up for yourself, or see the truth, or fight back, or something like that. Why is this Four of Swords here? Why is this Four of Swords here? So you have the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands here. And so, again, remember I said you're setting up those healthy boundaries now. So things are turning around for you. You've made your mind up. You were at some sort of crossroads. It looks like you were at some sort of crossroads, because you're still, remember I said that spiritual footing. You could have felt like the ground was sort of, your foundation was snatched from up under you. So you're learning how to walk again in a spiritual way. So it's like you are seeing things turn around with this Three of Wands. You are seeing things turn around, but you're still learning what are healthy boundaries. Every boundary looks different for whoever, a different person in your life. The boundary with your parents look different from the boundaries with your neighbors. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like every boundary looks different. And I get that this is what you're learning. Which boundaries, how far you need to let certain people go. Do you need to stop them at the door? Is it okay to let them in, but make them follow the rules once they're in your energy? Or it's just not okay to open the door to them at all. You're learning who to do this with and how to do it. And I get that you are moving in the right direction. You were at some sort of crossroads on how you should do something, when you should do it, what you should go after passionately, what you should put passion behind. You're getting the clarity of this with this Four of Swords, because you were tired of being in some sort of mental stressful energy. I guess someone from your past is coming back, and this is somebody who was doing a lot. They were speaking really negatively about you behind the scenes with this Devil energy, this Ten of Swords, and this Moon card. They were speaking really negative about you. Had nothing positive to say. Yeah, trying to keep you connected to them through unhealthy tactics. Why is this Eight of Swords here? Yeah, but you're setting up boundaries that, yeah, I don't see you willing to budge at all with certain people. Somebody's coming back from your past that you had a lot of conflict with. They want to have some sort of new start with you. This could be somebody who you are romantically linked to, or it just could be somebody who you had a lot of love for at one time with this Knight of Cups. You have the Page of Cups here. This Eight of Swords, and you have the King of Cups here. Yeah, so you're setting up healthy boundaries. You may be kind of surprised to even, you know what I see, Pisces? I see someone who you had an issue with in the past. They're going to kind of come back, but they're going to be shocked about how clear you can be with defending yourself. But you have total control over your emotions. Once you know who a person is and how low they're willing to go, how what they're capable of doing, it's like it gives you power. Because you know that they do things to sort of push your buttons or try to trigger you. So this is what I see. You're going to be somebody who is coming back to speak with you. You may be a little surprised. I get that they are going to even be surprised to see how calm you are, or how much control you have over your emotions. This is somebody who I feel like caused a lot of damage in your life in the past. You may calmly tell them you're not welcome here. You're not welcome back in my life, or, I'm not willing to restart something with you. Or you may just have those healthy boundaries in place where if you do let them back, it has to be your way, or, they have to respect your boundaries. That's all. What is the message from Spirit? You've gone through some major awakening, Pisces. Wow. Believe in the impossible. Yep. Even when I get that you were moving on faith. You were literally moving on faith when you did not see what was before you. You didn't know how the outcome was going to be, how things were going to turn out. You could have felt like, I will never get over this. You even just thinking that. But you didn't realize why you were like, how in the world am I going to overcome this? But even though you may have been feeling like that, you still were putting things in place to overcome it. So, yeah. What you maybe others viewed it as impossible. But whatever is meant to happen for you, if the universe, God, your angels, whoever you pray to, whatever you believe in, that energy, it was meant for you to see and to heal from something that almost seemed impossible to heal from or to recuperate from. Some of you all are a walking testament and don't even realize it. What you've been through is truly, oh my gosh, it's like people wouldn't even believe what you've survived. They wouldn't even, if they knew the depth, your story one day, some of you all are going to write an autobiography. I can see this. And it's going to be something that's going to heal others who are going through they're currently going through what you survived. It's time to release negativity. Yep. Full moon in Scorpio. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Yep. So look, Pisces, I definitely see you doing something amazing. Things changing for you in a beautiful way. You've released a lot of negativity. You see something really clearly now. You're confident. You're not worried about who like you and who don't. Who love you and who don't. Long as you love you, long as you like you, you're treating people the way you want to be treated. And I see that anyone who does not respect your boundaries, you're quick with telling them, no, you stop right there. Luck is definitely on your side. And it's because what you went through, Pisces, I feel like a lot of this is rooted in you not being taught something in your childhood. The whole time you thought you were going through these battles alone, your angels, your ancestors were right there seeing everything that was happening, guiding you, protecting you, even shielding you from your enemies. when you thought that they had full reign of your life. You don't even understand how truly shielded you really were. Let's look into travel. Some of you all, it looks like you have moved on emotionally from a lot of from damage, from secrets. I do see someone coming your way though. In the darkness, a lot of stuff that was hidden from you also is coming out. You may be at the point right now you don't even really care. You may know what you need to know, but it's like you may not even, not care, but you may not even, that's not your, I don't see that that is your number one priority at this point. But something, it's almost like once you let go of it, that's when you have it. Once you let go of the desire to know everything, that's when you find out what you want to know or what you wanted to know. Something like that. Life purpose. You're living your life purpose, Pisces. Infertility. Some of you all, this person who is coming back that you had a lot of issues with, there's some sort of baby connection. This could be somebody you had a child with. This could be someone, this could be your child, or this may be your parent. But there's some sort of connection with fertility. And in the beginning, I said that. I used an example of that. A baby being in the womb and going through that gestation process. There's some sort of something that has to do with birthing something new. Someone from your past want to have a new start with you. And I get that this is somebody who did a lot of foul stuff, said a lot of foul stuff behind your back. They played a really big role in a lot of betrayals and dishonesty in your life. And this picture, she's pregnant. So I feel like some of you all, this is somebody either you're currently pregnant by or somebody who you have a child by. Or someone you were pregnant with. So for some of you all, this is your own child. Okay, believe in magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around you in nature. The fairy of the northern lights say you are a part of nature. You are also magical too. Fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that being is believing. I'm sorry, that seeing is believing. But the fact is opposite. The opposite is true. Believing is seeing. So believe what you see. Somebody showed you who they are, Pisces. Believe it. Don't let someone talk you out of knowing the truth. You have discovered the truth, but I get that you did this in solitude. You know the truth about someone who caused you a great deal of stress. They see you living your life purpose. This is why they want to come back. Believe what you saw. This person showed you who they are. Believe that. You've changed in a dramatic way. And that's why this person wants to come back. You know how narcissists are. They will cause, damage to the point where you just kind of feel like you don't know whether you're coming or going. And that's it's mental abuse. It's emotional abuse. It's financial abuse. It's abuse on every level. And I get that this is what sent you into hermit mode. So I kind of feel like you dealt with people like this in your life. I feel like it's more than one. I don't feel like this was just one, like your parents only or, a husband only, a wife. I feel like this door was open and a lot of people came in that did not have your best interest at heart. They showed you how they feel about you or how they really think about you. And this could be why you're in that energy where you're just like, okay, well, I know how y'all really feel about me. I know what y'all were willing to do. So I don't care whether you like me or not. So it's like you've released that negative energy of whether, trying to get their approval. And you're believing what you see or what you saw, what these people showed you about how they can be. Journey, it's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. So some of you all are going, some of you all are taking a vacation, and that's to me, that's really general because, of course, summertime is here. A lot of people are vacationing, but I feel like this is sort of symbolic to you taking a new route in life and how you deal with your emotions and people from your past who want to return, who spoke, who did a lot of deceitful stuff, hid a lot of things from you, had some sort of really unhealthy connection with you. I feel like you're even on some journey where you're dealing with that in a different way now. You're dealing with individuals like this in a different way now. Yeah, so that is the end of your reading, Pisces. Wow. Okay, sending you nothing but love and light. Go ahead and continue to go through that beautiful healing process. Put those healthy boundaries in place with people. They showed you who they are. Believe them, and enjoy the rest of your day. Members, I will be uploading readings for you. So I'll be uploading those in a little while. Just give me a moment and I'll talk with you all later. Drop a comment in the comment section and be sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And thank you to everyone who donates to my channel. It really does keep the channel going. And so I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.